Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean. Welcome to another KillZone Shadowfall commentary, and we have a lot of stuff to cover today. So, first off, just want to give a big thanks to all those who started following me on Twitter. Can't thank the folks at Guerrilla Games for retweeting some of my videos, interacting with me on the forums or in the comments section, stuff like that. It's been real helpful. You know, I know it kind of sounds silly when I come to the end of the video and I actually say, give me a dislike, but that's really just because I want to get better at this. You know, I want to figure out what it is I'm good at, what it is I'm not good at. You know, so when I say leave me a like in the comment, I mean that, and I also mean it when I say leave me a dislike, but leave me a comment why you disliked it. This way I can get better at doing all this. So anyway, just a big thanks to everyone that's newly subbed to me or following me on Twitter. So the gameplay you're watching in the background is some extended Warzone, and just to comment, I know they've been switching around the user interface in terms of what Warzones are on the main page, and you got to do a little extra button pushing to get to some of the other Warzones, and now other Warzones have suffered in terms of player count. And at first I hated it, but just hear me out on this one. I actually am digging it now because it's kind of forcing me to play other Warzones and other modes that I normally was not used to. You know, prior to these changes they made about a week ago, I literally was in 24-player Warzone every single game, and never went near TDM, and never went near Classic really, or Extended as much because there was no one in it. And you know, with 24-player Warzone, it was either a pub stomp or I was getting pub stomped, being the pub stomp beat. But this is Extended, and yeah, there's definitely been more people in Extended, especially with Lost Canyon dropping last week. There's been a lot of people in that Warzone playing with my boy Cody Cowley. Shout out to him. It's funny about Cody because I think people either just love him or they just fucking hate him. Because I'm one of those that gets along with him real well, and we joke around in private messages, and you know, we get in party chat and stuff like that. But I hear him just constantly arguing with randoms on our team. I don't know, he just likes to get in it with people. But yeah, in this particular game, I forgot who we were going against. I think it was another clan, but I joined a little late, and I think we lost the first two missions, and then we start bringing it back, and we end up winning. But it's pretty close. I think it ends up just being like a 4-3 or something like that. And you know, those are the games I like. I don't like either total pub stomping or being totally pub stomped. You know, these types of competitive matches, even though the competitive people won't say these are competitive matches because it's pubs, and I don't really have an opinion on that because I haven't played competitive Killzone yet. But yeah, these are the types of games that I like, where it's close and it's not one team shutting out the other. So one last comment about the game in the background is I'm primarily using support for the whole game, and you know, I get on these weird gun kicks. Like I know, like last week and probably the week prior, I was all about the M82 and the hip fire, and I was just, you know, ever since they nerfed the sickle, I was like, I don't have anything for close quarters for support, and it's still like that with close quarters. The pulver's not very good at hip fire, but for some reason, and you probably have already seen it in the video so far, but I murk more people with the pulver that are running assault Kaisers and rumblers for some reason. Pulver's one of those things, it's not powerful, but it's consistent. And if you get consistent with your shot, you could totally take down assault people. I know in previous vids I commented about, you know, that Kaisers and rumblers on a one-on-one gunfight, you're going to lose them if you're using a pulver, or even Stova for that matter. But if you get your shots on and just, you know, get used to it, and once again, I go back. I use the default sight. I don't like the hollow. I certainly don't like the ACOG on the pulver. I just want a simple, you know, red dot sight, and I don't use it for long range type engagements. I use it for medium range or close range, and just make sure you get those shots on. And with the pulver, you can take those people out. And for me playing support, that, you know, the missile attachment for me is invaluable for taking out turrets and air drones. And I use it for scanning also. Let's say you're coming up on an enemy area, you can't really see what's going on there. Just open up the missile lock and just start pointing it. It'll lock on to anything, and it'll sometimes tell you, give you an idea, you know, is there a turret there? Is there a spawn beacon there? Is there, you know, a revive drone? And as you saw in my opening clip, the missile can kill people if they happen to be right next to the thing you're trying to blow up. Like in that opening clip, there was a nano shield I was trying to blow up. I happened to see two guys standing right next to it, so the missile took out the shield and the two guys right next to it. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is if you don't have Killzone Shadowfall, go to your PlayStation Network store. It's on sale right now, for 39 bucks. So you Call of Duty people who are interested in coming over, you have no excuse. It's discounted. Go buy it. And plus you can get it cheaper on eBay as well. Just pick up a used copy, but I didn't say that. And no, I don't get paid. I'm not a paid endorsee or anything like that. I don't get any money off this. I do it because I want more people to come and play with me. Play this game. That didn't sound right, did it? Come play this game with me. It's fun. Call of Duty's getting so annoying lately. I play in a silly Clan Wars thing. And, God, I dread every time I gotta turn it on. But that's, it's a whole other story. So with that, if you have Killzone already, go get your season pass. I mean, it's only 19 bucks, and it's already paid for itself if you get the Insurgent Pack, which is $9.99 or something like that, and co-op is coming in June, and that's primarily what we're going to talk about later in this video. And I believe with Season Pass you get an owl skin, and I don't think you get a voice pack, but I know you do get voice packed with the Insurgent class. So I think it's well worth it, guys, because we know there's more stuff coming, and you're not paying for any of the maps. All the DLC maps are free for the whole year. So go get that Season Pass now. Alright guys, let's talk about co-op. We are finally got notice. We're getting it in June. I'm pretty excited about it. Just look at the screenshots. It looks phenomenal. And yeah, it's going to be free for Season Pass holders. So guys, once again, just get the Season Pass. I'm sure they're going to release it for an add-on just like Insurgent Pack. And I think I read somewhere that they're going to also offer it as a standalone thing because it comes with its 4 own arena maps, which is pretty cool. And I really think co-op's going to help with the player count, even within multiplayer. I definitely noticed a big spike in player count when Insurgent came out, and as well as when this Lost Canyon map, which was free, that came out last week. I've noticed way more people online. And I know, guys, look, don't compare excuse me, the player numbers to other games that are out there. I mean, it is low. I'm trying to get more people. We're all trying to get more people to play this game. But, for the most part, just go to the main page and just go where everyone else is in terms of war zones. They rotate them every week, as I mentioned before. I'm kind of liking it now because it's giving me experience to play in different war zones, different modes and stuff like that. But I really think co-op's going to help with that. So from what we know right now, it's a 4-player co-op, and it's going to be some sort of objective-based. We know there's 4 arena maps. Who knows? Maybe down the road they'll add more maps to it. Depending, I guess, how successful it is. And objective-based, I mean, I'm familiar with co-op stuff like Zombies and Extinction and stuff like that, where, you have objectives, but it's really just more about killing. So I'm really interested to see how Killzone does it. Again, I'm a noob at Killzone, guys. My first Killzone, so I'm excited for it. And, hopefully it really will, raise player count to take over the multiplayer. People can come in, play some co-op with their friends and say, hey, let's go back out, play some multiplayer. I don't know. That's just my wishful thinking. So to take a quick look, it looks like you're going to have 4 different classes you can play from, which it's really just all tweaked versions of what we have in multiplayer. And I'm just curious how they're going to work it, whether, let's say you're playing, excuse me, you're playing with 4 people, does one person have to be a marksman, does one people have to be assault, yada yada, or can you have, 3 marksmen and 1 medic, so forth, but whatever. So just to go over the classes real quick, guys, and I'm just going to link the Killzone blog in the description so you can read all about it here. There's no sense in me going into detail because I have nothing else to show you but what they have on their blog. But so it looks like you have an assault class, which takes stuff from multiplayer, which is basically the breacher, the rumbler, frag grenades, buddy drone, speed dash, stuff like that. You got a marksman, but it looks like you got a modified force that's able to take out multiple enemies, and they're going to give you a rumbler with an ACOG. And you got that guard drone, which I'm not a big fan of from multiplayer, but whatever. And you got speed dash with marksman, which is pretty interesting. Then you got your medic class. I think that's probably going to be pretty critical. Reviving players, supply boxes. I'm not sure what a medi drone is, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. But they give you the Valk, which I'm not really crazy about that gun either, but whatever. And I find that Guerrilla Games tries to really balance things out. Like with support in multiplayer, they don't give them the most powerful guns because they can do things like, reviving and putting turrets and air drones up. And they give the assault guys better guns because they don't have such good things like turrets and air drones and all that. So it's all about balance, really. And it looks like the last class is a tactician, and that's going to be your guy because they give him a weak gun. They give you the LS-12 SMG, which I almost never use in multiplayer because I am not good with it. And you got sentry guns and nano shields, which is pretty interesting. So I guess you could put up your sentry guns and put nano shields up in front of them. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to give you my thoughts on a few different topics here. Talk about the Intercept co-op mode that we're finally getting. You know, one thing I want to do with this channel is really not give you anything that's just regurgitated. It bugs me, you know, with some of the channels that I sub to. Let's say for Call of Duty, when Treyarch, you know, releases 5 new gun camos for DLC for, you know, to buy, they make 5 fucking videos, 3 minutes long, showcasing each gun camo, which I think is fucking silly. What I plan to do is when I make videos about stuff like this, it'll be kind of my take on it. So you come to my channel, not because I'm giving you any new news, I'm just giving you my take on things. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And that's it, guys. Just leave me a like and a comment if you enjoyed the content. If you didn't like it, as always, leave me a dislike, but leave me a comment and tell me why. And also leave me a comment if you want anything else or have anything that you want me to talk about or do a video on. I know I'm speaking to, I think his username is Gasmask7 to something, I don't know. I think we're going to do some testing on the noob tubes because there's probably 8,000 threads on the Call of Duty. I'm so fucking used to saying Call of Duty. And I don't do overdubs, guys. This is all just, I do in one take. There's so many threads on the KillZone forums about nerfing the noob tubes. And I argue, okay, my argument for noob tubes is that it's not as easy as people think. You really have to be accurate with them because the blast radius is not nearly as big as a frag grenade. And if you've seen in my previous videos, there's a lot of times where I go to tube someone and I miss. That's why I always aim for their feet. But, you know, we might make a video testing that or something like that. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm out of here, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.